Thank you and welcome to the show this morning. The topic this morning is the Tennessee General Assembly and the election of 2006. And we're fortunate to have with us to talk about the Tennessee General Assembly and the recent election in 2006, Senator Thelma Harper. And of course, Senator Harper, you need absolutely no introduction to my audience or anybody in the state of Tennessee.
Is that good or bad?
I'm not sure whether it's good or bad, but that is the truth of it. And of course, we're certainly glad to have you here this morning, Senator Harper. But let's give our audience and give you an opportunity to relive some of your earlier experiences by talking about your background, education, and some of the things that eventually led you to the Tennessee General Assembly.
Well, I guess one of the things that I talk about, and many people know that I'm the daughter of a sharecropper. We were born in Brentwood. All of us were born at home. Many people don't realize that we had midwives who delivered us. But there were 11 of us, and I am a product of public schools. Graduate of Tennessee State University, and married to Paul Harper for 49 years, and he's grateful.
Okay.
And we've had 2 children. One of our children is deceased. Our son is. My husband and I are in business. He does the work, and I do the talking. And I served initially in the Davidson County Council. I represented the 2nd District for I think it was 12 years. And while serving as council member, when Senator Williams decided that he would not seek re-election in 1990, I sought the Senate seat from the 19th Senatorial District. And I was successful, and I have had 4 successive terms. I was re-elected just recently to that seat again. And it's one of the greatest honors you can have, that people have the confidence in you to return you to office. Because I think when we look at what happened nationwide, that some people were not happy.
Really disappointed.
They were very disappointed, and that's the power that people have, and they don't realize. Power they have is the vote, and all they must do is just take some effort to go and vote and make their wishes known. Let me just say something else about that. 1994, there were a group of us, and there was a group of Democrats, and I have to put it like that. We traveled across the country just looking at what motor voter really meant. And we brought it to the state of Tennessee. It was difficult for us to get that through, and what it meant was that we would have more than one day to vote, that people have 14 days to plan their lives so that they could vote early. And then the provisional votes were brought in, and it was to make it easy, because those are the kind of concerns we had heard from our constituents, that they couldn't stand in line all day and vote from 7 to 7. So now there really isn't an excuse for anyone not voting. And I worked the polls this time. I worked the polls for Representative Mary Pruitt, because I think she has a good record of service. And it was surprising the number of people who came in and left because they said they could not stand in line. That was really unfortunate, because they had had 14 days to vote. And we have sites. We probably don't have as many sites as we need, but we have about as many as we can afford right now, because the city has to pay for those sites. And I think it's unfortunate. So you really don't find sympathy for people who come to the polls on the day of election and say they can't stand in line that long, because we provided them an opportunity to go early. So if they were planning surgery or vacation or whatever their plans were, they could go and vote. And I think, this time it was substantial. People voted. And on the day of election, you need to know that people came out. They came in trucks, in lift trucks where they had to be lifted up. One man came and he had 2 crutches. He was on 2 crutches. They came in wheelchairs. It was unbelievable. So people voted. They voted on the day of, and I'm sure many of us, when you look at the count, they voted. They voted prior to that. But I think what the population is starting to see, that there's no excuses anymore. There are no excuses. There ample opportunity to change your address and to work out any kind of concerns that you have. Now, there were problems with the new voting machines, But people don't realize the federal government gave $59 million and said, we want new voting machines this time. That's as a result,
Good,
partially of the chads and the hanging tits and all of those kind of things. So in Davidson County, and the machines that they ordered, they did not get. The person who accepted the order, they didn't get them.
Let me interrupt you here, Senator, and we'll have our first commercial break. After we come back, we'll give you an opportunity to pick up at that point dealing with the vote, because I think that's very, very important, the information that you're giving us now. And let us take this first commercial break, after which we will come back for the second segment. We're talking to Senator Harper.